Hey y'all, welcome back to Collectible Stonks. If you are new to the channel and like watching videos about the financial side of collectibles, go ahead and smash that subscribe button as I have several other videos in the works for Flesh and Blood, Pokemon, Digimon, and MetaZoo. So today I wanted to talk about the post-release market regarding Monarch First Edition boxes and respective cold foils that are being pulled, and it seems a little lopsided. So before going any further, let's talk about the previous price points for Monarch First Edition boxes. About a week or two before release, they were selling for around $500 to $600 a box, and you could get a whole case for around $2,200 to $2,400. I know some of you are probably wondering why a case has a premium and why it would be worth more, and that has to do with the belief that people have about cases having, I guess, more of a guaranteed hit of cards as opposed to single boxes that are mixed together from many different cases. Anyways, prices were pretty stable, and of course, then the product actually released, and the price has now gone down significantly, anywhere from 20 to 33% lower than it was before release. This is to be expected as many people are currently just selling off the boxes for the easy money, because the typical price for these boxes were about $110 to $140, depending on the distributors that your local game stores went through, or for example, like TCG Player was at $110. So for a person just in it for a quick buck, they get out right away, and essentially they quadrupled their money. This will not last long, however, because the product is absolutely awesome. And as I mentioned at the beginning, I am noticing a weird price difference regarding box pricing and singles pricing. So I'm part of several Facebook groups regarding the sale of Flesh and Blood cards, and in these groups you have regular people, just players of the game, people that just want deals, and you have storefronts, right? And what I've noticed is that a lot of the cold foil cards that people are pulling, including the commons, are actually selling for a huge chunk. For example, common equipment is currently selling in these groups anywhere between $300 to $500, depending on which equipment piece it is. Then you have the cold foil Majestics, which seem to be selling anywhere between $600 to $800. And finally, you have the legendary cold foils selling for a minimum of $1,000. I honestly did not expect these cold foils to be worth so much on release at all. In fact, the Library of Solana, and sorry if I totally butchered that itself is selling for a minimum of like $5,000, and that's the fabled of this set. So usually Majestic cold foils on release were closer to the actual box price, while the legendary cold foils did carry a premium that was usually double box price, which, given the rarity tiers and how many you can expect to find per case, made absolute sense. But to me, this is starting to look like people are not opening up enough boxes, which is causing an increase in price on the singles. This is likely due in part at how much of a rapid explosion Flesh and Blood went through. People seeing Welcome to Wraith and Arcane boxes rise in price significantly has caused many to just want to hold on to the boxes long term rather than actually opening them up, which I understand. However, it seems like this is also creating a shortage of first edition singles and cold foils as well. The way I see it, even if you open up a box and get a common cold foil, you can still manage to sell that card alone for like $200 to $500, which it doesn't include Majestics or Legendaries pooled. So if you bought this box for $100, $140, just by opening the box, you're already winning. So I don't know, it seems like the box prices are way too low at $400 to $500, or maybe the cards are just extremely overvalued right now due to the hype and the low supply of them, but at the same time, you do have a higher amount of people that are entering the game. Regardless, it makes me a bit nervous for the short term because it seems like this product will boom out of nowhere, and next thing you know, boxes are back up to the $600 range and likely shooting towards the $1,000 range by the end of the year. And so my closing thoughts on the matter is this: don't be afraid to open up any extra boxes you guys have, because at this point it seems like the single market is just straight up booming for Monarch. However, be prepared for the boxes to catch up eventually. If I had to guess, like I said, by the end of the year, minimum $800 to $1,000, and possibly more depending on its long-term appeal and, how hard it is to come by and, how often people want to, rip product. However, I can confidently say that this set is definitely one worth holding on to. I actually believe that Monarch will eclipse Crucible of War just based on the fact that this is a full-blown set and not a supplementary one like Crew was. Even if they printed more Monarch First Edition than Crucible, I still think that due to the new heroes, due to the new mechanics, that Monarch will be worth more than Crucible long term. I don't know, y'all, but keep watching those prices. Monarch is truly special and very fun, and that's it. This has been Collectible Stonks. Thanks for checking out the video. If you enjoyed watching this, consider hitting that like button, as the support really does help. And if you'd like to watch more content like this, consider smashing that subscribe button as well. Thanks for all the support.